Did you know that a fallen tree in your backyard or a log on a trail is a community full of creatures? Hi, my name is Cheyenne with the Department of Natural Resources, and welcome to Georgia Wild Presents Talking Nature Tuesdays. Today, we're going to be talking about rotting logs. Here to help me talk about life under a log, I brought my friend and scientist, Berkeley.
G'day everyone, we're going to talk about life down under.
What are you wearing?
We're talking about life down under. I figured I'd better dress the part.
No, not that life down under. Life down under a log, like this life down under.
Oh, cool. A little mantle slug. These guys are really neat. They are related to the snails that y'all have probably seen in your yards or your gardens, except they don't have that external shell. Their shell is inside their body. And you can find slugs crawling along the surfaces of these old rotten logs, grazing on algae and other organic nutrients that collect on the surface.
Right. Rotten logs are full of nutrient recyclers. Some of these can be wood beetles, termites, or even the wood roach. They feast on decaying organic material and help move critical components throughout an ecosystem, benefiting other plants and animals. They can also make a pretty tasty snack if you're hungry enough. You want to see if we can find some more?
Yeah, let's go take a look.
Let's go. Ants and worms love using logs for their habitat. As they eat on the log, soil is created through their bodies. You can find evidence of these decomposers by discovering their food trails inside the wood. Mosses, on the other hand, are a simple plant that don't contain any flowers and they reproduce through spores. They do contain leaves though, because they need to make their own food. And they actually have a special root-like structure called rhizoids that let them anchor to the rotten log and lets them grow.
Now that's awesome, but check this out. Lichens. Lichens are a really cool organism that you can find on a rotting log. And we happen to have a section of a log here that's got 3 of your main types of lichens. We've got foliose, which is kind of the leaf-like structure right here. Fruticose, which looks almost like coral or feathers maybe. And then crustose, which are these light-colored patches on the bark. And lichens are a really cool organism because they are a combination of fungus and algae that are growing together and working symbiotically to break down the surface that they are on. And in this case, it's the bark of this fallen piece of wood.
The most iconic organism on a rotten log is the mushroom. Mushrooms fall into a group of organisms called fungi. Fungi also include molds, mildews, yeasts, and even certain diseases. They have special enzymes that break down the log and consume nutrients as needed. In Georgia, we have hundreds of species of fungi, and some exclusively grow on fallen logs. Some fungi you may see on decaying trees include chicken of the woods, false turkey tail, juniper apple rust, and brown witch's butter. Even though it seems the storm has made a mess of your yard or you have a new path to trek on the trail, rotten logs can be a magnificent part of the ecosystem. Without them and the community of organisms that live on them, we wouldn't have the perfect blend of soil to plant native plants, which help native wildlife.
And you can even jumpstart this process by bringing logs in or coarse woody debris and putting it around the edges of your garden so that as it breaks down, it adds nutrients back to the soil.
Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you next time on Talking Nature
Tuesdays.